Today we're talking about normal gems inside of Diablo Immortal and how important they are for your builds. I'm actually over on Reddit taking a look at this post to kind of guide us through this discussion because most people think everything is about legendary gems. The legendary gems are flashy, they're shiny, and they're exciting. Normal gems, they're kind of boring, but they're also so important if you're looking to put together a great build, specifically for PvP. So let's take a look at this post. I'm going to read it in full. It's a PvP review, but with a heavy focus on those normal gems. So let's dive into it. A little context about myself. I'm a mid-spender gamer that ended up playing Diablo Immortal because of the mobile support since I'm getting old and have many responsibilities. Plus, I need to travel a lot. Literally, many of us are in that same boat. I've PvP'd competitively in many games and I was good ranking everywhere, even here. But I've never seen a more unbalanced PvP situation in my whole 20 years of gaming. Matchmaking is rigged. In PvP, secondary stats are the most important aspect. If you fight against a 2k res player that has plus 2k secondaries, you'll be obliterated. I just don't understand why they won't matchmake with that in mind. Also, there is zero catch-up mechanic on secondaries, literally zero. This is true. It's very difficult to catch up on your normal gems if you're someone that's starting the game today versus someone that started 3 years ago, unless, of course, if you use platinum to buy those gems in the market. So someone who has played for 6 months will never catch up to those plus 2k secondaries people, even if I played till the game is completely dead. So that makes the game unbalanced and pointless. Those who have deep pockets or have been playing since day one have a huge advantage that will never change. Funny thing is, I have a video coming out with Indes on Monday, and we directly talk about something very similar to this. It's a video you aren't going to want to miss. Make sure you check that one out. Just for understanding, and this is where things kind of come together. This is very important right here. Just for understanding, people, let's suppose you want to have a level 7 blue gem. We're talking normal gems. Let's suppose you equip 6 blue gems. They can be up to 7 and minimum of 5, but let's take the average case. For you to have one level 7 blue gem means that the rest are probably going to be level 6, so you need 5 243 level 6 plus 729 level 7, which equals 1,944 gems. Now, on average, you're getting about 50 gems per color per week from airband, dungeons, hilt trader, and events. If you do 1,944 divided by 50, that's 38.88. So you need 39 weeks to get a single level 7 gem of a color. 0.39 divided by 4 equals almost 10. So in the end, you need more than 9 months to have a single level 7 gem, while people have everything level 8 and 9, while secondaries play the most important part in PvP. That's actually insane when we break it down like that. 39 weeks for a single level 7 gem. Something that when you don't do the math and when you just kind of look at it and passively upgrade, cool. But when we're talking about competitive PvP, it's a different level. We're not going to see these types of issues doing our bounties, doing our casual building and open world things. But if you're doing competitive things, trying to top leaderboards and do well in PvP, these are going to be very important. Keep in mind that each week you're getting gems, they're also getting gems. So in the end, your catch up to them is almost impossible. Class balance is even worse. So that's the discussion on the normal gems. At the end of the day, the best point being made here is the only way to catch up with normal gems is to buy them with platinum from the shop. Because if I'm getting 50 gems today and you're getting 50 gems today, and I'm already near maxed on my gems and you're just starting out, you're never going to be able to catch up until everyone maxes, which will take absolute years. So the only catch-up mechanic that's actually in place here is to buy them with platinum, which is a premium currency. It's a problem, and it's seen and obviously fairly brutal going on in PvP. Obviously, these normal gems will help you in all areas of the game, but PvP is where you're going to see it worse. Class balance is even worse. There don't need to be a lot of experience to understand either. Right now, for instance, Barbs, Crusaders, and Tempests are way too overtuned till the next nerf hit. After the next nerfs, Mages and Demon Hunters will be stronger because only classes with dashes will be able to kill them, but with the use of the new gems, no one will. Being stronger is okay, but when you compare the strongest class with the least strong, the difference is enormous, to the point that the weaker has a 0 chance against the strongest one, no matter the skill or situation, unless stats difference, of course. What I like here is that he's sharing some suggestions. Let's see what those are. Put secondaries into matchmaking with high priority. This can be dynamic. For instance, below 4K, put legendaries first. Put secondaries first. Above 4K, put resonance first. Just find what's more relevant at each bracket. Next suggestion, create a catch-up mechanism for secondaries for new players. Third, class balance more often. Get feedback from relevant players. This seems to be going better lately, so let's just wait and see. I feel like they do a lot of class balancing. Honestly, every time an essence comes out, new essences come out, that all goes into the balancing of all of the classes. And also they do patches that may buff or nerf certain things along the way as well. There's also the other mindset that says if Barbarians, Tempests, and Crusaders are the strongest, class change to those classes so that you could be amongst the strongest in Battlegrounds. Fourth, diminishing returns on the same type of CC. Example, consecutive knockback 70% weaker, each consecutive stun the same. This can be the same family type too, because I can't imagine anyone being stunned and feared and surviving this. So maybe those two can do the same type. And moving on to number 5. In a game with all of those one-shot potentials, there shouldn't be single CC that lasts 3 or 4 seconds. If in whale games this makes sense, then create different balancing for different brackets. So I guess I'm going to ask here, I mean, obviously I wanted to share this person's suggestions and post in full because it was literally the whole topic of my video, but I really wanted to focus in on all of the details here regarding the normal gems. And why? Normal gems are the hidden power inside of the game. They're not flashy, they're not exciting, they're not something that people are very heavily they're not heavily sought after by most players. It takes those higher end players to realize the value inside of those normal gems and to actually put a focus on getting those particular upgrades. Again, you could get them through different paid mechanics inside of the game. You can get them even from the battle pass, you get a few of them, not a lot, but having people come into the game late and start without a catch-up mechanic for that is always going to keep them behind the bar. What are your guys' thoughts on this? Do you struggle with your normal gems, and what levels are yours particularly at? Also, guys, remember to subscribe. I put out videos for Diablo Immortal every day. Have a great weekend.